When you think of a spreadsheet, you probably think of something like this, a table filled with numbers. In the best case, the purpose and source of each number can be seen at a glance. In the worst case, a sheet might appear like clockwork, a meticulous construct of interwoven parts. Imagine you receive such a sheet and are asked to do some modification, or worse, find an error within it. Proper understanding of the sheet is imperative for such tasks. Yet, common spreadsheet programs offer little support in that regard. Meet Fritz. Fritz is a tool that helps people to understand spreadsheets. It is part of an ongoing research project into different spreadsheet quality aspects. Its main purpose is to examine a given spreadsheet and offer visualizations of the different aspects to its users. In addition, it can highlight a number of common problems. Let's look at an example. The following spreadsheet calculates the yearly rates of a consumer loan. This is the same sheet opened in Fritz. Instead of showing the calculated values in each cell, Fritz per default shows the cell's formulas. We also support other views of cells, displaying the calculated values and showing formula references in another format. Fritz offers different visualization options to highlight certain aspects. These options are available on a separate window. Background indication highlights groups of related cells using a matching background color. Mouse over indication highlights the current selection as well as specific related cells using borders. Warning indication points out problems with cells or groups of cells. For example, relation-based classification highlights cells based on their functions. Cells that only serve as input for calculations are cyan. Cells that calculate intermediate results are green. Cells that contain the outputs of the sheet are purple. And cells that neither contain a formula nor are referred to by a formula are orange. We see that the first period contains fixed input values for the start balance and cost. The outputs of the sheet are the end balance at the 20th period as well as the total cost. Cells of the first column and first row act as headers. To infer the overall structure of calculations, we show the formula groups. This mode highlights groups of neighboring cells that have the same formula. We see that the cells of each column roughly feature the same calculation setup. Exceptions occur in the first and last column entries. We also notice that the formulas for interest and balance and cost change in periods 11 and 15. These changes occur in the constant values of the formulas. Now that we understand the overall setup of the sheet, we want to check for common problems. A common way to describe problems in spreadsheets are so-called smells. We overlay warnings for smells for each cell. We see that a majority of formulas is smelly. Each highlighted cell's tooltip provides further information about the warning. In our case, the cells are affected by the long calculation chain smell. We can check this information using the Context Information window. Here we provide in-depth information about the currently selected cell. For example, cell G21 indeed has a long calculation chain value of 59. However, the entire formula group in column G only refers to a chain of two other groups. Hence, as long as these groups are consistent, no problem should occur and we can ignore this warning. Fritz can also highlight problems for groups of cells using group smells. We see that, for example, the start balance formulas suffer from inconsistent references. Group reference highlighting helps us to verify this problem. It points out the currently selected group and groups of referred cells using cell borders. We see that the start balance refers to an area in column D that contains different groups. This is detected as inconsistency. Similar problems are highlighted for the other groups of the sheet. The group in column G also suffers from the missing header smell. Indeed, while other columns contain header information, no header is provided for this group. This concludes our demonstration on how Fritz can assist to understand and improve a given spreadsheet.